She went off and bought a car the week after.
What's it like, you know?
I was hard, but it didn't suit me at all to sell it that week. I'm talking through your car. A 151. It's a 1.5 litre diesel.
Oh, very fancy, yeah.
It's only a year and a half old, so there's 3.5 years warranty still in it. It isn't kind of fancy on the inside. It's, you know,
Really just standard.
standard because it's an alternative, what they call the Sandero.
Oh, it's nice and high up, isn't it? And you've got Wi-Fi in it.
I have.
Or not Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
I have Bluetooth, but I haven't a sat nav in it now. Then again, I haven't seen everything yet. You know,
Oh, maybe you have to press a button somewhere. Oh, that's the horn.
And this is for radio up and down.
Yeah, it's fairly cosy. Tight in the back.
It's only up in it. It wasn't even serviced yet.
Excellent.
And Tom put
Looks very clean as well.
again, and it only comes with so Tom is getting me a proper spare wheel.
Oh yeah, grand old boot.
So he's got me a
It doesn't come with a spare one?
No, it comes with that tube of stuff. You mend the puncture with that and then
Oh yeah.
okay.
Very nice. Excellent. It looks...
Clean.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. Alright, so I'm finally here in the gym. Front door is locked and it's really, really late, but I have to do this workout. I have to do this leg workout because I didn't work out yesterday because I felt like crap yesterday. I kind of felt like crap today as well. Felt like crap the day before as well. So I just haven't really been eating, to be honest, and that's a big reason why I didn't work out yesterday. But I didn't do anything yesterday, so I have to do legs today. The plan was to do legs yesterday, upper body today. So I'm on an upper lower split at the moment. That's the way I want to go forward. And on the days where I'm doing upper body, I want to do some kind of conditioning for my legs, so some kind of run or some kind of HIIT training. So have to get my workout in.
Silent war, who's the first to speak? Speaking like a real freak, voice in my head.
Now, I don't really know why my appetite has been bad for the last few days. I'm feeling much better, but I would say I do have a lot of allergies and intolerances to food, so I have to be very, very careful about what I eat. And what I found is that foods that normally wouldn't upset me too much have kind of upset me a little bit because my stomach probably still isn't right since the last couple of weeks. So my stomach still isn't 100% healthy, and when I'm eating things like, as an example, I had one of those rices that you put in the microwave. It's like 1 minute rice, you put it on for a minute and a half and you eat it out of the bag. I usually get the Dunn Stores pilau rice and I absolutely love it. I had it the other day and it gave me cramps in my stomach, whereas normally that would be absolutely fine. So I'm kind of getting a bit of that with like sauces and marinades that I would usually use, and as a result I'm not really eating that much food, and as a result I'm kind of tired in the evenings. So this morning I weighed in and I was 78 kilos. I haven't been 78 kilos in months. I would say 6 months easily was the last time I was 78 kilos. So yeah, that's kind of taking a toll on me, which is really why I want to do a workout today and why I feel I really need to get back on track, get back eating food. So I'm going to start off with squats. I'm going to do 3 sets of 8 to 10 on those, and I'm going to go to RDLs. I'm going to do 3 sets 8 to 10 on those, and then I'm going to do lunges, 3 sets 8 to 10, and that's me done. Got to work in some skills work with it, so kicking, solo, hand pass, that kind of stuff. So when I'm doing my squats, I am doing a couple of different things. Like my range of motion is really good first of all on my squats, okay? So whenever people start here at us with Fit 100, the first thing we assess is a squat. See that they have enough range of motion. Their hips, ankles, knees, usually the knees are okay, but really hips and ankles are the big ones. Thoracic spine is a big one as well. So we assess the range of motion there and we correct the range of motion. Usually 90% of the time, the major limiting factor with a squat is the ankle range of motion. So do a knee to wall test. If you Google knee to wall test, do that. You need about 10 centimeters as a baseline, but we try and get people past 10 centimeters. And usually that's something that will massively inhibit your squat if you don't get 10 centimeters. Try using a heel plate or heel raise or a pair of squat shoes if you can't get parallel with your back fairly straight, or below parallel with your back fairly straight. So that's the first thing with the squat. My range of motion is really good, so I can go really, really low, and because I can go low, I can really get a lot out of my squat. I'm never going to be I was actually thinking about it today as I was squatting. I was like, I'm never going to be super, super strong at a squat because of the style that I use. So the super, super deep squat, or an Olympic style squat you might call it, versus the powerlifting style squat. So powerlifting style squat will be a lot different to the version that you're seeing. The second reason that I'll never have a really strong squat is my waist is really, really narrow, and that's just my hips are narrow genetically. So if you look at powerlifters, generally they have fairly wide hips and they have a large cross-sectional area. If you were to like cut through their stomach, that would be fairly large, that cross-sectional area, and that allows them to transfer forces more efficiently and allows them to transfer greater forces through their mid-region, and I don't have that, so I'm never going to squat super heavy. I always wear squat shoes. I can't squat without squat shoes. If you don't have a pair of weightlifting shoes, get a pair of weightlifting shoes. When you're doing like deadlifts from the floor and you're trying to deadlift heavy, a pair of squat shoes is not a good idea, and we have this issue with people sometimes in the gym where they wear their weightlifting shoes when they're deadlifting. But if you think about it, the closer you are to the floor when you're deadlifting, the less distance you have to travel, and as a result it's going to be a little bit easier for you. So if you wear weightlifting shoes, you've got a raised heel, so you're further off the floor, so that's going to be harder for you to deadlift. So the closer you are to the floor, so pair of shoes, like thin shoes, or even your bare feet if you get away with it in the gym. If you watch weightlifters, a lot of them will actually wear weightlifting slippers, which is basically just like a sock. So definitely don't wear weightlifting shoes when you're deadlifting. One really good tip with lunges is whenever you are lunging, that front leg, try and keep the knee out. So try and push the knee to the outside, don't leave it buckle in. So as you lunge forward, push that knee out to the side. That'll be a lot safer on the knees. You don't want them buckling in. And try and keep the weight through the heel. So that front leg, try and keep the weight through your heel. If you find that you're having trouble with your knees, or you're new to lunges and you're finding it difficult to keep the weight through your heel on the lead leg, then do a backwards lunge, and that'll be a lot easier to focus on. Again, keeping the weight through the front heel. So a backwards lunge will usually be a lot easier, and it won't cause as much pain on a sore knee as a forward lunge. And that's because when you're lunging forwards, all your weight is moving forwards, and when you're lunging backwards, all your weight is moving backwards. So as you move backwards, it's easy to keep the weight back on the heel, and as you lunge forward, it's more likely that the weight will go forward onto your toes. So another thing that happened, and it only comes to mind because there's a can of the white Monster, I think it's a no calorie Monster. I don't drink Monster, trust me, if I drank a can of Monster, I wouldn't sleep for a week. So I was out at the weekend and I had a cup of tea. I had like 3 of those small cups of tea, so maybe like 2 cups of tea. And I didn't get to sleep until about maybe 5 o'clock that night. So that cup of tea that I had at about 3 kept me up all night. Didn't get to sleep until about 5. So it's funny because I watch people on YouTube and they're always drinking Monster. Monster's kind of this big thing in fitness, and so when I have a cup of tea, like 1 cup of tea, it keeps me up all night. And usually what I'll do is before a game I'll have a caffeine pill, so that'll help me just cognitively, help you focus, help you concentrate. It also helps you a little bit with performance, helps you push a little bit harder. But when I have those caffeine pills, I literally cannot sleep for like 2 or 3 days. So my body is super sensitive to caffeine, and it's super sensitive to a lot of foods that I have intolerance to. So that's something else that I have to try and get on top of now, because I'm 78 kilos and I don't want to be 78 kilos. The other thing I need to get on top of is running. I haven't ran in like 3 weeks, so I need to start running again. And it is freezing cold outside, so I'm going to have to wear my mask because I can't breathe in the cold air because I have really bad asthma. So there is a testing day this weekend which I am going to take part in. It's a testing day that we do in the gym. We do it once a month, and we're going to be doing some 1 rep maxes, body composition stuff, power stuff, functional movement. We're going to be doing 150s, which is anaerobic endurance test, so it's like a sprint shuttle test. So I'm going to do all of those at the weekend to see where I'm at, and I know in my head where I need to be or where I want to be, and I'm going to start planning towards that. So gotta start running again and gotta hit these gym sessions, get back on track, eating more food, sleeping better. Hopefully then I'll be in a much better position next time I check in with you. I spent a lot of time in the last few days working on the website. So what we have is a free class every Saturday at 10 o'clock, and with that, new people come in and I show them around the gym, explain what we do. We take them through a little bit of what we do. We don't try and kill people because, well, we don't get them doing a full class, because if they did a full class they'd be in a lot of pain and have a lot of DOMs over the next couple of days. So we take them through it nice and slowly. I also send people an email with information about what we do, how we train people, what we offer, and the type of memberships that we have. So if you're interested in a free class, or if you're looking to inquire a little bit more about what we do, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can check that out. And if you have any questions further to that, you can email me back and we can arrange a time for you to come in and have a look around if you can't make a Saturday. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Slán.
They tell you that I was a savage. Fuck your white horse and a carriage, but you never could imagine. Never thought you could have it. You